Oh, wonderful. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on Askpa Radio, Ivana Psychic Radio, and Musak TV. I tell you what, I'm just so delighted to be back. This is our show, Zsuzsanna Medium, and I'm your host, Zsuzsanna Hörcsög, and I'm a medium. And you can find all my information on my webpage and all the social media pages. And it's so easy to remember, ZsuzsannaMedium.com. And I won't even tell you how many letters I have in my name. But then if you are still looking for how many letters, I tell you it's 9, ZSU, ZSA, NNA, medium.com. I tell you what, so good to be back. This is episode 18. And then if you were here last time, I'm sure that you have enjoyed our conversation with Angela Barker from the UK. And then also from phoenixflames.co.uk. This is where you can find her information, and also Angela Barker Tarot, because she's a very established and very well-known reader here in this country, in the UK. And if you listened, I'm sure that you really enjoyed her conversation about how we can make incense, how we can create magic using herbs and all wonderful things all together. And then, to be honest, after the show, I realized that we haven't even got to talk about candles. So I invited Angela back. So Angela, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Zsuzsanna. Thank you for having me again.
I tell you what, it's so good that you are back. And then before we start our conversation, I'd like to wish you a very, very happy birthday, because this is your birthday today. So I'm wishing you, I'm sending you lots of love, and then really all the goodness coming to your way, this year and many, many years ahead. So I'm sure that you are having a really, really good day. Did you have a birthday cake?
I have had a bit of birthday cake, yes. I've been celebrating for about 4 days now. I've had lots of fuss and lots of people fussing over me and lots of celebrations, Zsuzsanna. So it's been great.
Beautiful, beautiful. Did you light any candles on the cakes and all of the places?
Yep, I had all of that. And obviously, when we're talking about candle magic, everybody does candle magic when they blow out the candles on a cake and make a wish.
Exactly. You know what? That's why it's so perfect, because just a few minutes ago, I was thinking about that. Yes, it's just a perfect timing, because when I'm thinking about the candle, actually, I tell the audience, because I tell the audience that halfway through we are going to take a cooler as well, So just the candles, I've got this tiny, tiny little thing here in my hand. And, to be honest, I was thinking that when I pick up a candle, I'm always thinking about, or I'm immediately thinking about the why, why I'm lighting a candle, So what is your take on that?
So I totally believe everybody that lights a candle is putting some sort of intention or energy into that candle, whether it's an energy to relax and chill out, or whether it's an energy that they want to put that energy into it and make the candle do something for them. That's, it's still a form of magic. It's still a form of candle magic, Yeah,
yes, and it's so beautiful that even before we would light the candle, when we just think about the candle, there is that intention there. And even if we don't start saying things out loud or chant or create the atmosphere, but then just by creating the thought, that intention is already created. And it can be either something to do with ourselves, or something to do with the other people or consciousness or anything else. So I can see you've got a beautiful, beautiful setup in front of you. Can you ask what we can see? And then just those people who are listening to us, because there are quite a lot of people on the radio or different channels. So we are very curious to find out what you have for us here there, please.
Okay, so candle magic in general, as you said, can be as basic or as intricate as you want. So basically, all you need for candle magic is a candle and a lighter. That's all you need to start off candle magic. Now, with me, I go a little bit more intrusive into it, and I like to anoint the candle. And we do make, these are one of the candles that I've made, and I've already started burning this, as you can see. So this is actually a success candle for business, and we actually make the oils for these as well. Now, to anoint a candle, if you want to bring something into you, like abundance, for example, or business success. So I've put a little bit of this oil here onto my fingers, and I'm literally going to wrap it round from the back, and I'm going to bring it towards me. So I'm anointing that candle. Some people like to go from top and bottom and inwards. Now, if you were going to send something away from you, you do it the opposite direction. So you go away from yourself. Okay. Now, because I want to add some extra onto this particular spell that I'm doing, this particular candle magic that I'm doing, I'm using a solid colour, which is orange, which is always good for business success. It's also good for creativity. Now, as you're a psychic medium yourself, Zsuzsanna, you know that you need a bit of creativity to be able to get people to come to you and to put your little adverts out and bits and bobs. But I'm also using some cinnamon, because cinnamon does bring people. It also brings finances. I'm using labradorite crystals in this circle here, this inner circle. Now that's protection. We always need protection in our own businesses, and that's why I'm using labradorite. And it's also good for psychic ability as well. So as I'm a psychic as well, the labradorite works really well. And then I've got a big band of sodalite on the outside. Now sodalite's really, really good for communication. And it's really, really good for being able to flow with your communication and flow with your talking. So being a psychic and a medium and a tarot reader, having the sodalite there just works perfectly. So then what you need to do, you've obviously got the energy there, you've set up your table, you've set up your altar, whatever you want to set up. Some people like to call in the elements or create a circle. You don't really need to do that with candle magic. It is the most simplest form of magic. So the next thing you need to do is light the candle with the intention in your mind. Okay, so I've got the intention that I want business success, that I want good, honest people to come to me, and I want to be able to help others as well, which is what my business is about. I'm just lighting that candle, and I will just let that candle burn down now. And I will usually let it burn down for a good 3 or 4 hours. And with these size candles that we do, some people like to let them burn all the way down. But for me, I could put a pin in this now and just burn down to the line. That way, you can repurpose the candle and use it for something else if you wish. But this one would always sit on my business altar. I might use a deity, so I might bring in something that's always close to me, a bit of Ganesh. Bit of Ganesh. Yeah. So I might put Ganesh inside this, just inside the circle, as a bit of a deity. Ganesh is all about abundance, luck, and unblocking paths. So you can use other things as well to enhance that spell work. Now this spell work will keep working and keep working and keep working. But with any spells, you've got to put a certain amount of energy into it. You've got to put a certain amount of oomph into it. And you've got to work towards that goal yourself as well. And this will help you get there quicker.
Yes, I tell you what, so what I'm hearing is that certain things, what I understand, create prosperity. I mean, within this conversation or any different purpose we can take. So I can select my candle and my crystals and then herbs and then all the deities or the highest different consciousness I want to bring forward, and then arrange it in a way what is really resonating with me in the moment when I'm creating it. And I feel that in this way, last time when you were talking about the herbs, and creating the incense, is really what is resonating with you from nature, what you bring into your home. And then here, immediately, how you are creating everything, how you are bringing everything together. Now, see, it's like I can see, because for the audience, if I just describe, you've got a beautiful candle, which is about 20 centimeters high, I would see. Yeah. And then we've got different circles of crystals and herbs around that. So that the candle is definitely in the center. And then within the different circles, you put what you feel is really important, or what you really want to create, what you really want to manifest within that work. Yes.
Yes, exactly. I mean, everything outside of the candle is to enhance the magic that you're creating within that candle. I mean, you can build up the energy before you do the magic by chanting or singing or dancing and bringing the energy in, playing a drum, cleansing your space. You could do all that sort of stuff. The more energy you build up, the more potent the magic's going to be. The more time you give to the energy, the more potent the magic's going to be. It's like at the end of this, once we're done, I may put an offering out to Ganesh. you know, to sort of say a little bit of a thank you for helping us on our path and on our journey. But everything within this area that you've got here is all to enhance the magic within the candle.
Yes, I tell you what, beautiful. You know what I'm really, really enjoying looking at this, because it really reminds me of those very ancient things, what humanity, you know, a human would do, as creating an altar, and then the fire, the significance of fire. When I want to create out of the darkness, I want to bring something forward. And then in the center point, we need to have that light. And then it's just so profound, you know. And then at the same time, how we can link what you are creating here to, you know, where humanity is coming from. And then all this 21st century, how I create or how I manifest, like vision boards and different things I'm using. And then in this way I'm bringing, but then somehow this is much more than just creating a visual board, or, you know, whatever way I want to call my manifestation process, because the light is there and then it's just there in the very moment. So I have to have that fire, that very earthy energy in the center. I think that gives it a very, very, you know, what I really feel is that linking the earth and linking the heavens together while I'm creating what I'm creating.
I've just noticed we've got a caller come in, Zsuzsanna, so we will answer her in a moment. But if you think about it, the candle itself represents all four elements, because you've got the earth, which is the essential oils in the candle. You've got the air, which is above the candle. You've got the fire. And then the water is what the candle's actually made of, because there will be some water within this candle, you know? So there is all the condensation that's coming off the smoke. There is all four elements within this candle, and we can't live on this earth without all four elements.
I tell you what, that's so beautiful, because I never ever thought about a candle containing all the four elements. So it's like, oh, I'm going to think about that. And definitely taking the candle in a very, very different way. But I tell you what, I know that has been just such a little snippet, a little tiny conversation about candles. Where can people find you if they want to learn more about your candles and your work?
So I'm on, I've got two different businesses. I've got Phoenix Flames, which is spelt with an F. It's F-E-N-I-X, flames.co.uk, and we do sell these candles. They are 20 centimeters tall, so good one there. You've done it, good spot. And they're about 10 centimeters thickness in diameter around, so they're big chunky candles, and they all come with a little anointment oil as well. And they can also find me on Angela Barker Tarot, and I do run workshops, and if there is a group from a different country, I'm quite happy to do different times to help people with different workshops and things. So just get in contact. We can do that.
Beautiful, I tell you what, because if you go onto Angela's website, the phoenixflames.co.uk, you can see there are a lot of things happening, you know. So whether you are interested in the herbs or the different incense or candle or the workshops or music and all the other things there. So there are quite a lot to explore. But I tell you what, thank you very much for bringing out this information here today. And then let's go to our caller, and it's going to be a beautiful experimentation here, because we are sharing one caller, and this lovely, lovely lady, Abigail in Netherlands, Texas, USA. Thank you very much for joining us here. Can you hear us, please?
Yes, I can.
Oh, beautiful. I tell you what, you are very, very fortunate, because you are having two readers here. One of them is a birthday, and the other one is who is just here celebrating birthday at another time. But here we go. How can we help you today?
Yes, I'm concerned about my career.
Career. Perfect timing. So, yes. Angela, would you like to start?
Perfect. I'm doing a candle on business, and she's asking about career.
Yeah, so, perfect.
Tarot for mine, Abigail. So I'm going to draw you one card and see what the one card says. I'm going to tune into your energy a little bit, darling, and we'll pull that out and let's have a look. I'm already being told by Spirit you're looking at a possible type of change in career at the moment. And I've got this card here. I don't know if you can see that. Mm-hmm. Maybe if I bring it back. So for me, this one's the Three of Cups. Now, I don't read cards as in the book read cards. I was taught at a young age to just intuitively pick up what I'm getting. And I could definitely see that there's more coming to you, which makes me think that you're maybe not quite changing career, but maybe stepping up a level, which is what I'm getting more so now. And I definitely think that there's a slight step up for you. I definitely think there's a slight direction for you to go in that you need to push yourself in. It does feel like a slight change as well. It doesn't feel like you're going on the same path you've been on before. It feels like a slight change, and it feels like you're stepping up a level. I don't know if you were thinking about going back to actually study for something, but I'm also getting that here as well. There's a possibility that you could go back and study a little bit for it, which wouldn't be a bad move.
Yeah. I was thinking about going back to study.
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to be a good move, because I think that's what's going to help you with this step up a little bit and get you onto this slightly different career path, which it's showing me.
Okay.
Does it resonate, Abigail? Does it resonate with you?
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Is that all right if I add something to it? And Angela, you can join in, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
You know, what I'm feeling, Abigail, is that all the things of how you are moving forward, I feel that the forthcoming 3-4 months is the time when you are actually really getting into the track, you know, because right now I'm feeling that I'm moving this way and that way, you know, every day I'm taking one step and I'm sort of trying to find my balance. And I also want to say that the last, yes, I need to go back 7 and 9 months. That is the time when I was feeling really rough, you know, like a rough sea. But then now I got to the point that things are calming down a little bit. And what Spirit is saying is that as you are moving forward, the forthcoming 3-4 months, just watch your step, one step at a time. Would you understand that, please?
Yes, I do understand that.
Yes, yes. And what it feels like, you know, that every day or when you are taking your steps, just really feel into the step, because they are showing you different energies. You know, I feel that you have not really decided what you really want to do, you know, because you have these ideas, and I'm again getting 3 and 4 different ideas. And then I feel that you are having that internal conversation with you, you know, within yourself, with your soul. And then what Spirit is saying that, you know, just take your time to just really feel that sense, what you are really feeling in your soul, you know, and then the time is going to come. It's very close to us now. Then, you know, one day I'm waking up, opening my eyes, and then, wow, here we go. And then you are not going to look back, you know. So this is what I'm feeling, that energies are calming down a little bit for you, even more calming down. And I'm getting the strength. I also feel that there's a grandfather in spirit for you on your father's side, who is really just gently allowing the people who might want to, you know, just being a little bit nosy, putting their noses into your business or into your, you know, whatever you are doing. And then this grandfather is just gently holding those people back so that you are moving forward. Would you understand? The grandfather coming with love, not saying too much. And then I feel that there is a facial hair, like doing something on a mustache or something on the face. Would you understand this gentleman for us, please?
Okay. Yes, I understand.
Does it resonate? Did it resonate with you?
Yes, that's it. Yes, that's it. Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Just stay here. If I bring you one card, and Angela, we've got a few minutes. Angela, you can bring a card too if you want to.
Okay, I'll bring another card.
So I have Abigail, Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Perfect.
And I've got, I've just kind of plan these out and just kind of pull one out of there for you.
Okay.
Oh, I've got a beautiful, beautiful one. I think this is talking about where we've just been, really. And I think it's about just having commitment of where you're going, and just know that you're doing the right thing for you.
Yeah.
That's what that one's getting.
Okay.
And you're doing it for your family. It's not all about everybody else. It's just for you.
Okay.
And it's time.
Yeah. Absolutely. Would you understand, Angela, Abigail, would you understand that sometimes when you just sit down and you wait and then you've got a pen in your hand and you start doodling, on the side, and then suddenly when you turn there, you just realize that you have drawn something. Would you understand that, even though you are not putting your focus on what you are creating on the side? Does it resonate, please?
Uh-huh.
Yes, and then what I want to say that actually, because I'm using my right hand here, what Spirit says that you've got much more in your hand than what you are right now using, so that as we are moving forward, just use what is on the side, even if you say that it's on the side, but then there's a reason why they are showing, and I feel that as you are moving forward, there's this awareness, like, oh, that is there. And then, oh, that is there, and then it's like also definitely working with your different senses, and then using that intuitive ability, what you have, that allowing it to come forward. And then I feel that, as we are moving forward 3, 4, 5 months, like really coming forward and then, really getting your energy out there in the world, So Abigail,
okay.
Thank you very much for joining us here. If you feel that you would like to find us, you can find Angela on Angela Baker Tarot. That's the one. You can find me on ZsuzsannaMedium.com. So different pages, if you would like to catch up with any of us. So Abigail, thank you very much. And we've got, I think maybe like 2 or 3 minutes here, and then just looking forward to, because both of us with Angela, both of us are based here in the UK. Now it's May. You can find us, UK people, you can find us in Lincoln. So Angela, do you want to say something about Lincoln?
Oh yes, I do. We both have a community that we're part of called Lysian Events, and we're at the Lincolnshire Showground on the 5th and 6th, or is it the 4th and 5th?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the first weekend of June, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Sorry, it's an amazing event. I'm going to be there with Phoenix Flames, and I know you're going to be there with your mediumship, Zsuzsanna. Please, if you are in the UK, come say hello to us. Come and tell us you've seen us on the radio. And it's an amazing community event. There's lots of retail. There's lots of healings and spiritual counsellors. I usually do a few talks there. We usually have Earth Tree Healing as well, my partner, who does music and does live guided meditations with me. I do the guided meditations, they play the music live, so that's always good fun as well.
Absolutely, and then it's just so beautiful. You mentioned Lysian Events, because that is a couple here in Nottinghamshire in the Midlands in the UK, and it doesn't matter whether we are here or different areas of the UK, because the events, what they set up and then what they create is definitely bringing communities together. So it's not just the different people come along and do whatever they want to do, but then there is that very strong community sense. And then I just want to go back to your candle, Angela, because we've got about 90 seconds left. That is what we need to keep in our heart, that the light of hope, the light of joy, and the light of love. And then whether, the next time, lovely people, audience out there, when you light a candle, you just feel into that, yes, I'm creating something for myself, and I'm lighting the candle for the person next to me, and that's why it's just so important at the time we live right now, that we are lighting our candle, we keep the hope, keep the light in our heart, and we have the person next to us to do the same. That is the reason I feel that very much we just have to be very conscious about that. So Angela, thank you very, very much for being here, especially on your birthday.
No problem.
So, happy birthday again, and thank you very much for being here. And then another time we can set up something like this again, so it will be pretty cool, because I know that you've got so many wonderful things to talk about. Yeah, so thank you very much. Thank you. And then the audience, thank you very much for being here. This is our show, Zsuzsanna Medium. I'm always here on Tuesdays, 5 p.m. EST, 10 p.m. GMT, and find our contact details, find us for various things, what we do, and we are sending you lots of love and many blessings, and see you next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, I have another wonderful person, wonderful soul from the Lysian Events, the Lysian community joining us. So stay tuned in, and sending you many blessings. I'm grateful. Thank you.